Admiration for Songun politics. Korea in the spotlight of the world. Mass media of different countries are focusing on the Korean peninsula, where the war clouds are hanging low. The United States, that has long been slavering to make the peninsula a foothold for the world supremacy, is now tackling the desperate, stifling strategy against the Democratic People's Republic of Korea. Tougher to the tough. This is the answer from the DPRK. The main way of government in this country is Songun politics. Here, priority is given to the military and strengthening the army, which is considered to be the main driving force. Embodiment of President Kim Il-sung's Songun idea, Songun politics was put forth by leader Kim Jong Il, chairman of the DPRK National Defense Commission. With Songun politics, the DPRK took the road of preparing powerful war deterrent forces to safeguard the peace and security in the region. Different websites in South Korea are dedicating many pages to pictures showing leader Kim Jong Il's inspection to the Korean People's Army units and various fields of national economy. Amidst the ever-increasing world attention to Songun politics, a South Korean website ran a column under the title of Introduction to Songun Politics, along with others. There were newspaper items as well. The National Seminar on Songun Politics of Youth and Students in South Korea put on its site an article called Learn Songun Politics to Know the North. Know the North to go to reunification, which attracted people. On a site bulletin, there was General Kim Jong Il, the Songun Son, a publication from Pyongyang carried in series, as well as a text explaining justness and vitality of Songun politics. The site, run by Chazo Minbo, carried writings. Chairman Kim Jong Il's politics is President Kim Il-sung's, and Chairman Kim Jong Il and his politics, which point out the politics of Chairman Kim Jong Il is a thorough succession and development of President Kim Il-sung's. Minju-Rochung's site, Songun Politics and National Reunification, writes, "Let us fight to realize the June 15 Declaration and achieve peace and reunification in the Korean Peninsula in the spirit of by our nation itself." The press in South Korea reported that Songun politics propagation groups were sweeping the South. The June 15 Youth and Student Solidarity and other youth groups openly organized on the net societies for composition on Songun politics. The Ilbo, among others, said, "We, the Korean, are proud of the powerful Songun politics. Politics of the North is a significant event that put an end to the tragedy of a weak nation which had been subject to big powers in the last century and showed it up with new image before the world in the 21st century." The Chazo Minbo writes, "The North is a precious patriotic force that has stood up against the big powers with a firm resolve not to be a slave nation again. A small nation, the North, plays fair with the strongest world power US. But how? This is a puzzle challenging the world today. Attention is focused on the traits of the leader of the North, who leads the face-off with the US. South Korean mass media included Kim Jong Il among the 10 strongest statesmen in the world, while the website explained Kim Jong Il's 10-item points of view on the people. They described his personality in detail. He has careful expression and seasoned manner. He looks more kind-hearted than an authoritative man. He is popular, magnanimous, simple, and unassuming leader. In 2007 alone, there were carried in South Korea's major publications and websites more than 230 pictures of President Kim Il-sung and the leader Kim Jong Il, and 11,640 articles introducing his Songun politics. The website praised him as a decisive yet broad-minded leader, a man of unparalleled guts and a general of generals. The South Korean site Solidarity for Realization of the North-South Joint Declaration said, North Korea's nuclear and missiles are the result of their efforts for national self-determination. In the face of propensity and the political diplomacy of the United States, which tramples down the weak and talks to the strong, the North had to develop the nuclear and missiles. Many sites mentioned the U.S. that had hurriedly came to the six-party talks to sign the joint statement, which pinpointed that the U.S. should neither attack nor invade the North, but strive to normalize the DPRK-US relations. They added that Chairman Kim Jong Il's Songun strategy would enable the North to make a great advance in a few years, regardless of the U.S. moves of sanctions. The U.S. gun-shy, upset by the nuclear of the North. A bout between the North and the U.S. The nuclear of the North aims at victory without bloodshed. A Human Rights Institute site explains about the wonderful diplomatic skills of the DPRK, which pulls out the U.S. to the talks and drives it as she pleases. Solidarity for Realization of the North-South Joint Declaration said that Songun was an invincibility that safeguards destiny and dignity. The internet paper Tongil News writes, what is the meaning of the power of Songun politics advocated by the North? Firstly, it is the strong self-defense armed forces. Secondly, it is Songun unity. And thirdly, it is Songun economy. There was an internet article, Spider Catches Wasp, which compared the U.S. to a wasp that perks itself up flying all about, only to be miserably caught and eaten by the spider. The newspaper Hangul points that the North's nuclear defends the nation against the U.S. imperialism. A site of the Solidarity for Reunification writes, we saw how the U.S. arbitrarily invaded and occupied Iraq. But for the strong military of the North, the U.S. would have already invaded the North to put the Korean peninsula in the war. The North's Songun politics safeguards both the North and South. The South Korea's National Spirit Embodiment Society speaks of the great favor of Songun, while the National Federation for Democratic National Reunification charges the government authorities with their abuse of Songun politics, saying, the South Korean government cannot ignore the fact that it shares the benefit of Songun politics of the North. Nuclear weapons, missiles, or whatever the North makes, there is no reason for the South to stand against it. Just stay calm, and it will help the North. A site run by the National Federation for Democratic Reunification in South Korea says that the South owes to the North its Songun politics, which could well total to 21 trillion US dollars. And another run by the Reunification Solidarity writes that the strong Songun power of the North is the main factor for the peace in the Korean Peninsula. The headquarters of U.S. withdrawal from Korea movement, saying that the national savior is none other than leader Kim Jong Il, puts up a poem on their site aspiring for his leadership. The DPRK's Songun politics is the guardian of peace and security in the Northeast Asia and other parts of the world. Korea will surely be reunified under the Songun banner.